Hey there. So recently I've been talking about coming up with the perfect business idea, finding the right pain, finding the right solution. And in the coming days and weeks, I'm going to be sharing a bunch of ideas that I've been thinking of. Maybe they'll be good for you, maybe not. Most of them are not good for me. Some of them might be. But I have come to I've learned from experience that you need to know certain things before you go forward with an idea. Okay, there are some questions that you must ask, you must have good answers to. No matter how good the idea sounds, you need to think about these things before you decide to execute on it. Okay, so I'm going to share some of those questions right now. Okay, some of the questions I ask myself before I decide to go for an idea. First of all, how much does the pain this would solve hurt? Okay, how much is it hurting people? Is it something that's that your solution? Is it like, are you creating the next Netflix? All right. Thing with Netflix is it's not a really powerful pain that it's solving for people. It's giving them enjoyment, which they like and they're willing to pay for, but it's not really solving a really painful problem. So they can do it. They've got lots of money. They've got the advertisements they need. They got everything they need to get people to attracted and join it. But can you, without any resources, without any real business model or anything? Chances are not. So you're gonna need something that's really gonna that solves something that's really causing pain to people. Okay, something that they will pay you for, even though you're not a big renowned company with lots of money and funding and anything like that. Okay, so how much does it really hurt them? Next, how much upfront cost and ongoing costs, operational costs, will you need? Okay, and how much is it? How long is it going to take you to recoup those costs? Um, this is why I would not jump into the idea of just opening up a brand new store without, as my first business idea. No, or anything like that. That's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars to set up, because it's a lot of risk for someone that's just starting in entrepreneurship and business. There's a lot we don't know, and I wouldn't take those risks to begin with. So I'm looking for something that has very low startup costs, which is likely going to be something digital. Um, that's how it is. Now, how much is it going to cost you each month? Okay, and how much can you earn each month from this? Okay, so if we want something with really high profit margins. Okay, it could be attractive to think, I can sell this product for $10 a month, and it'll only cost me $5 in to do it. So I can get $5 per person. If I get, how many people would you need to get $1,000 off of that? $10. You need 100 people, right? And out of that, you'd be getting $500 a month. That doesn't sound too bad, right? But can you grow that business? Like, things people don't take into account is that as a business grows, the costs grow too. You're going to start to need to hire people. You're going to need to start to pay higher costs for servers or for products or for whatever it is that you're doing, right? And as those costs grow, that money that you're earning is going to get cut in half, or it's just going to drop even more. Say for example, you are earning $3 for every dollar that you spend. So your monthly costs are $1,000 for your service, but you are earning 3,000. Sound good? If it were 10,000, you'd be earning 30,000. Sound good? On paper, yes, but if you're earning $3,000 a month, your beginning of your business, and suddenly you realize to keep up with demand, you need to get someone on your team, either a developer or a salesperson, or someone to fight churn, someone or a customer service. You need someone. You're likely gonna have to pay them thousands of bucks a month. A developer can easily cost thousands of bucks a month. So let's say you're earning $3,000, 2,000 of that is profit, but you have to pay a developer 1,500. All of a sudden, most of that profit's gone, and you're paying that person more than you're earning yourself. And that's not a good place to be in. You can't keep growing like that. So profit margins need to be high. I'm looking for something that's going to give me 5 to 10 times what I pay for it. Okay. At the beginning, that's great. As you grow, those profit margins will naturally drop. So start high. Something to look at. Can you do that? If you're charging something that's just 15 bucks a month and it's going to cost you $5 to do it per customer, it might not be enough. Okay, so think about that. Now, think about how much you like doing this. Okay, there are going to be things you don't like about it. That's just the way it is with any business. But is it something that you would feel that you could do for the next year, or in 3 years, or in 5 years? Is it something that you think will keep you going, or are you going to get bored by it and want to switch to some other shiny new object? Be careful about that. Okay, so it's got to be something that can motivate you. Is it how easy would it be to carve your niche into the competition? Everything you're going to think of is probably going to have some competition somewhere. Okay, even if you don't know about it. So what is that competition doing? Do your research, find out what competition there is real quick, even if it's just quick research on Google search online. Find it, find out what they're doing. What are you offering that's different from what they're doing? Maybe it's just you're offering better customer service. Like it could be as simple as that. People like that, or they like working for having a small person that they can talk to, rather than a big company like, for example, Google. I can never get in contact with them for anything, and that's annoying to me. So how are you going to set yourself apart from the competition? Maybe you're offering a different type of service that is cheaper to maintain, and so it can be cheaper for your clients. Or I don't know. It might not have all the bells and whistles of your competition, but how can you differentiate it? Or how can you coexist with it? How can you complement the competition out there? Turn it into something where maybe instead of being the next email marketing platform, you can be an app for that email marketing platform. Instead of being the next Shopify, you can create an app for Shopify that coexists with it. How can you do that to differentiate yourself and create your own little niche in that area? Is that going to be easy to do? If not, maybe this idea isn't for you. Okay. Is this something that's going to be able to thrive in the coming years? For example, maybe copywriting is not the area to get into right now. I see news about copywriters getting laid off all the time because people are deciding to use ChatGPT to write their articles and stuff like that. And I don't really agree with that so much, but we've got to be careful about that. AI is changing everything. So is what you're doing something that could become redundant in coming years? Or is it something that could go out of style? Right? I remember when everyone got on the craze of vapes. All of a sudden I saw in my street where I was living, I saw 3 vape stores pop up out of nowhere. In 2 months later, 2-3 months later, they were all gone. So the trend grew for vaping, and then as quickly as it grew, it started to die off. You know, it got overhyped and then it fell down. And so just be careful. Are you getting into something? Is your idea something that's in a sector that's growing, or that's trending, or is that declining? And is it something that can survive the years with all these oncoming changes we've got with artificial intelligence and whatnot? And one other thing to consider is how easy would it be for you to exit from the business? Okay? Is this something that it may be something you want to do for the rest of your life right now, but maybe in 10 years you're not going to do it anymore. If you are too attached to that business, if it can't survive without you, you can't sell it. You can't get rid of it. I would at least have some sort of exit strategy in place. Think about how I could exit out if I needed to or if I wanted to before starting my next big business. So think about those things. And as I'm talking about different business ideas that have come to my mind, you know, in the coming days and the coming weeks. Think about all of these questions and think about how well they align with what you want to do, and if you think that they can work and become successful. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and talk to me in the chat. Let's chat about this stuff, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.